Men of Reddit, what myth about men is 100% untrue and infuriates you when you hear it? I hate when I hear from someone when I have my kids and my wife is working that I'm babysitting. It drives me insane. I don't babysit. I'm raising my kids. I'm not a volunteer or a hired hand. Ugh. I'll never understand the very common belief that men can't or refuse to care for children. I was a single dad for a while. The amount of women, strangers, who assumed I was unable to dress, feed or take my daughter to the toilet annoyed me. The other side of it was I got a lot of welcome help from female friends and colleagues. Loads of girls' clothes, toys, etc. My biggest annoyance though was the institutionalized sexism. I had complaints about taking my daughter to a mum and baby group, mum and baby swimming, mum and baby anything. I was only allowed in mum and baby swimming when I threatened to speak with a lawyer regarding sexual discrimination and take my story to the papers. The sexual discrimination lawyer wouldn't deal with me. Only women. That we only tell women our feelings to coerce them into bed. Like, wow, how new and amazing this relationship is. I'm so glad I found you. That is uncomfortable vulnerability, not some sort of plot. To coerce them into be or that sex is something men take from women. That it is something women hold and give out to men. Instead of thinking of sex as something enjoyable that both partners want to do together. It is this weird game. Looks like it's more culture specific. Being with a father figure by mother/grandma. Like if you messed up or misbehave, if your dad finds out, you'll be in trouble. Worst cases, when dad is told the story in a way that he gets angry and fulfills those threats. It wasn't only in my case. Most of the guys I've been talking with had the same case. Like, WTF. That men have to be brave and strong all the time. I love being the little spoon in bed with my so. Nothing makes me feel safer and calmer than having her wrap her arms around me and cuddle in. This whole be a man shtick that leads guys to internalize their problems and marinate in their own issues and neglect their mental health drives me nuts. It took me a long time to find female friends just so I'd feel comfortable talking about my depression and get advice on how to get the help I need. If I did not, I would without a doubt be dead right now. I stamp this thinking out wherever I can find it. It was almost the death of me. One of my coworkers struggles with this line of thinking. We started telling him to be a bro. Brothers get shit done, but they also sit down with you and talk cause brothers take care of brothers. And brothers ask for help cause no bro wants his bro getting hurt. Turned the whole shift into a gender neutral bromance and it's been pretty fun so far. So from a lady bro to my bro here. Hope you're doing better. My wife is going to earn 1.5 as much as me when she's done with her study. So I'm gonna work for 2 to 3 days and take care of the kids when she's done. People act like I'm a traitor to the whole male race and that I'm crazy of being a half stay-at-home dad. Maybe I like to stay at home to spend time with my kids. Men can't multitask. Every time I hear that I have to stop what I'm doing so I can get angry at it. Thank you to all who upvoted and thank you even more to the kind souls who thought this worthy of the gold and silver. That all black guys are hung, all Asians are small, and all white guys are average. Completely not true. There's a wide spectrum for everyone. Hung Asians, teeny black guys, whatever. Men think about sex every X amount of seconds. I'm a grown man with a life. I have more to think about than just sex. Dude, my health teacher back in freshman year of high school said something like men think about sex 8+ minutes out of every hour. I don't know what crock of shit survey she read, but I doubt we spend that much time. Yeah, I don't know about you, but I'm too busy thinking about the glory of Rome to devote that much time to sex thoughts. That if we like children, but don't have children of our own, we're automatically given at the very least a little grilling, if not straight out asked if we're a pedophile. I like dogs too, for pretty similar reasons. Nobody ever asks me if I'm a dog ducker. Me having big feet only means that I wear big shoes And seriously, what makes girls think they can just come up to you and ask about it? Daughter to a single dad here. There was this myth I discovered when I was young. It's something almost all my female friends were told, but thankfully not me. The myth is a belief that there are such things as girl business where only your mom or other older females in the family should help you with. As the only girl in the house growing up, my dad helped me understand and deal with a great many girl business problems. Meanwhile, all my friends had their moms to handle it for them. When my friends found out my dad was sort of in charge of handling those with me, they were shocked. They asked me why I didn't have an aunt or grandma to help instead. Well, my aunts all live at least 10 hours away, and grandma is even further. I began to realize over the years that there might actually be negative side effects to this girl's only way of thinking. Sure, having another female assist you with those issues might be less awkward and embarrassing, but there's already an inherent awkwardness and embarrassment associated with it. Learning to overcome the embarrassment is part of growing up and accepting your body. Furthermore, I have since grown up and began studying psychology and done some research into this further for my studies. I'd have to do a more in-depth and wide-reaching survey and analysis to come to findings I'd be comfortable with being peer-reviewed. But I have a theory that the girls only mentality causes relationship issues later in life. Young girls grow up thinking that there are some aspects of womanhood men not only don't understand but can't understand. It makes them not only less trusting of male partners, but also keeps them from seeing men as equals when it comes to parenting. Sure, if you're a mom of a young girl, there's no reason for you to not continue helping her with all the complex feminine issues she's going through. Just be careful not to make her think her dad doesn't empathize or understand too. Don't make him this distant third party who will never get it, or someone who should not be involved because he has a penis. That's the same toxic female attitude that causes soccer moms to call the cops on a dad when he takes his daughter to the park to play. Men can parent too, and they are surprisingly good at raising young girls on their own. Edit #1. Thank you to the guys who have sent PMs to say thanks, and to the few who asked for some advice, I wish you the best of luck. Thanks for the gold. Edit #2. Thanks to everyone for the awards. I'm shocked at how big this has become since I posted it. I will reply to all the award givers in time, but I'm in my phone right now. Thank you again. If you expose us to radiation, we gain superpowers. In reality, this has only happened a few times and most men would just die. Men can't be abused by women, or that men can get assaulted/harassed by other men. I've had some very pushy gay men approach me, one going as far as trying to touch my ass and dick inside my underwear after I said like 3 times that I'm straight and not interested. Luckily the women I was out with immediately chastised that guy. But TBH, guys laugh at me when I tell that story and talk about how badly they would beaten him up. Women who I've told always reacted shocked and emphatic. It's getting better now, but back in the day basically every guy on TV was a sports obsessed, car/motorcycle loving, beer swilling moron who couldn't function without his wife to look after him and the kids. My wife went away last week for work and I'll have you know that only half my kids got eaten by wolves. That we are all not interested in or incapable of being involved in the planning of our weddings. I cannot tell you how many comments like "remember, it's her day, not yours," I received during the 2-year lead up to our wedding. I'm not going to lie to you and say I'd been looking forward to getting married since I was 12 or something, but I took an active interest together with my wife in the planning of our wedding. It's not my day, it's hers. Duck that. It was our day. We planned it together. Her vision definitely brought it all together, and she did a ducking astounding job. But she didn't just make decisions on her own. We talked together about and worked together on every single thing involved in the event, and we were both ecstatic with how it turned out. It turned out beautifully. I try not to toot my own horn very often, but I never thought the best party I'd ever go to would end up being my own. My own parents, who are in an incredible, cooperative, supportive, happy married relationship, and are the best parents I could have possibly asked for. for the record, gave me grief about this sort of thing when I was telling them that when I get married, I want a smaller, not exorbitantly expensive wedding. They both, especially my dad, insisted that my hypothetical fiance would be the one calling all the shots. Now that I type it out, I have to wonder if that's them perpetuating the stereotype or calling me spineless. I probably don't want to duck you. It's usually a decision figuring out if I actually want to sleep with you, even if I'm already interested. Although promoting ourselves as Captain Horndog makes us look cool to other guys, so a lot of dudes do that, or fear desperate. Man who works at daycare are pedophiles every year. There are people who complain I work there. Never been a fan of men can't go 6 seconds without thinking about sex. I mean, yeah, we all go around rock hard ready to hump something all hours of every day all the time. I often find the women who scream that ultimately have nothing else to offer in a relationship, so they accuse men that we cannot parent as well as a woman, that we need a random woman to come hold a man's child because they're crying, that we are babysitting when our spouse isn't with our babies. No, I'm not going to a strip club. No, that doesn't mean I'm gay. Edit. It's always my minimum effort comments that get upvoted lol. Men just wait around for a woman to inform them that they are now dating. I'm not trying to claim that women come up to me in bars especially often, but on the rare times they do, there is a definite sense of, I'm under no obligation to actually attract you as a mate. I exist and am female, and therefore by default you want to date me. Once, when I tried to politely decline, the woman chastised me in the bar for 5 minutes demanding to know what my excuse was. What reason I could give her. She simply assumed that the default was that I, as a man, want to date any woman, and that I have to justify not being attracted to a specific one. Just because I have a dick and you have a vagina doesn't mean I'm trying to get in your pants. I want friends just like anyone else. But when I try to talk to people like my guy friends, they assume I'm trying to date them. No. I just like asking my friends how they were, because I hate people who only talk to you when they want something. So I talk to everyone as a show of you are my friend, not the services you offer. Just because I have a dick and you have a vagina doesn't mean I'm trying to get in your pants. I was at a festival recently and offered a chick some water since it was hot AF out. Her friend stormed up to me and screeched she has a boyfriend. Without saying a word I turned, looked at her, and pointed to the 3 different rainbow objects on my body, then to my husband standing next to me. She looked like oh fuck. A few minutes later the girl I offered water to came up and apologized to me over it. That was the first time I had ever even remotely experienced something like that. But your statement is so true. Somehow, me offering water to someone when it's like 90 outside means I want to duck them. That we miss signs that women give them because they are stupid. We see them, but we don't want to be creepy / jump to conclusions. Edit, or we are not interested. The only reason men exist is to meet the needs of my family. In the span of 8 months I moved my family to their reservation, bought a car and truck, restored a trailer, rebuilt the motor to my truck, bought my son a motorcycle, plus met everyone my wife and son had. All while working 6 days a week. After 7 months I snapped. My wife said I had no idea that you felt this tired. In that time I took 1 weekend off, then some prick burned my house down. I going on a full year of not taking personal time because of the rebuild. At one point I was skipping showering for a week at a time because I would just drop without warning. Men have limits too. A family should take care of each other, not a single person taking care of the family. The whole shit with you are a man when it comes to pain, lifting, sadness, etc. That dads are dopey morons barely capable of caring for themselves, let alone their kids. If a woman physically assaults a man, he somehow must have done something to deserve it. This gets even worse in those cases where male victims of domestic abuse are getting arrested in case the police gets called, even though they are the victims and not the attacker. I really hate how fruity drinks are associated with women. Like damn, can I just enjoy my strawberry daiquiri? Edit. Whoa. That we can never not be in the mood, and if we are we must be sick or cheating. I'm in a lot of girl groups on Facebook, and you'll get some posts from women saying that their boyfriend doesn't want as much sex as she does. You will literally get hundreds of comments saying that he's either gay, cheating, or doesn't love her, or doesn't find her attractive anymore. Even when the poster would say that he's on antidepressants, or that he's gained or lost a load of weight, everyone tells her to leave him because he's not a real man. I've gotten into a lot of arguments with other women when I tell them not all men are sex mad. Duck. Where to start? I was a stay-at-home dad for 2 years. The sheer volume of Karens at parks and playgrounds used to drive me up a wall. They were always dumbfounded when I didn't need their help. Yes, I can change a diaper. Probably faster than you can. Yes, I have snacks. Celery, carrots and a little ranch. Yes, I have drinks. Water bottles and juicer boxes. Yes, I have lunch. Chicken cutlet sandwiches. No, we didn't buy them at the deli. I can actually cook. No, I don't need wine. It's 10 AM. Karen. Get a duck in grip. Edit. Wow. Trying to keep up with the responses is tough. This one definitely touched a nerve. Edit 2. RIP. Inbox. They were coming in so fast. I didn't even see the messages about my being awarded shiny awards. Thanks, fellow Reddit dads. That we would have sex with anything that has a heartbeat. 100% untrue. I've had sex with inanimate objects too. Hey, thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe.